Hello, Libra. Um, Welcome to your January 2025 reading. My name is Nigel, and you have found alchemy. Okay. Um, Interestingly enough, before this, I did Capricorn's reading, and as you can see here, Capricorn came out in your reading. And I think what I'm going to do for good measure is do Cancer after you to see any similarities between the cardinal signs. I do see a little bit of a similarity between yours and Capricorn's reading, which is all really good, by the way. So we'll keep that in mind, okay? Really interesting stuff. So let's start here, okay? You have pulled the card of Jupiter. And, in pulling this card, hold on one second. Just need to put my glasses on here. In pulling this card here, this is the card of Sagittarius, the alchemist of the zodiac. You could have Sagittarius highly aspected in your chart, but in general, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So you could expect expansion this month above all other things, which is really, really nice energy. This is also the planet of success. And excuse my Christmas pajamas. It's very early here and I'm still wearing them. You also pulled the sun, and the sun is clarity, warmth, energy. It could be seen as Leo energy for sure. But when we look at Jupiter, right, on January 14th, Venus in Pisces square Jupiter in Gemini. And that's a fun day, by the way. That is not a day for work. That is not a day for planning. That is a day for fun. If you're looking to plan a day with a loved one, a friend, your dog, you by yourself, that's the perfect energy to use. On January 30th, we have Sun in Aqua trine Jupiter in Gemini. That, by the way, is a very lucky day. Play the lottery, games of chance. If you want to pitch an idea to someone, that's a great day. If you want to propose marriage, if you'd like to bring up a conversation and you need a little bit of luck, that is the day to do it. If you have Aquarius highly aspected in your chart, it's even stronger, okay? So keep that under your hat as far as the day goes, okay? I also wanted to let you know that on January 29th, we are entering the Lunar New Year, and it is the year of the wood snake. Attitude is everything this year, okay? Which means, you know how they tell you the power of positive thinking, saying positive things, all that stuff is going to be even stronger this year. If you think and speak negatively, you will attract things like that to you. And this year in particular, those things are very true. So if you catch yourself being negative, try to stop yourself, okay? Just give it a shot. You don't have to believe me, but some things are true whether we believe them or not, right, Libra? So let's do this, okay? Let's look at the rest of this here. You have, let's see. You have Aries in the first house, and this is self, body, and presence. So you're going to be aware, self-aware, very aware of your physical body this month. You're going to be very aware of your physical presence this month. You're going to figure out that you being present in the moment is going to mean something in certain parts of the month. At what parts we don't know yet, but we'll figure that out. You also have a solar eclipse, and it says creation, intention, potential. I like that. Okay, there is a lot of potential this month. Just me glancing at your cards as a cardinal sign, the potential is crazy, okay? So just please keep that under your hat. You also have Gaia, and this is Earth, right? It's nature, it's embodiment. Earth, very grounding, correct? So although Earth isn't traditionally viewed as a celestial influence in astrology, we inhabit this planet, but it's located in your natal chart exactly opposite your sun sign, by house and degree. This house can point to where you could use some grounding and embody the earth element more holistically. Your body is your home on earth. Here's that body again. I think you're going to be very aware of the way you feel physically, the way certain people make you feel, for better or for worse. I think that physical grounding energy is going to be, it's really welcome in an air mind sometimes, okay? Because as air signs, I'm an air sign as well, we could be a little in our heads, okay? And being in your head sometimes can make things very cloudy. It really can. That grounding energy that you're bringing forth this month, man, it's just so important. While the earth elements can influence the temperament, right, our temperament, Gaia can show you how you relate to your body, the environment, and the world. Okay, something's going to be illuminated to you here this month, Libra, for sure. Now, moving on to this. This is, I mean, I'm pretty much, I have a few more readings to do, but I've done most of them, okay? You're the only sign so far that has pulled this many cards. I tend to keep pulling if something is either unclear or needs another card. So like the first card you chose was no. And I could not just stop there because know what? What does that mean? So you have here within the next few months. So maybe not now, but within the next few months. Do you have a burning question? Is it something you're waiting for? Is it something that you're wishing really strongly? An end result? It could be a person, place, or thing. But within the next few months, maybe not now, but within the next few months, you have here meditation brings, or meditation. Meditation brings answers. Going inward. Going inward. Definitely being self-aware. Going inward. Getting grounded. Finding answers. This may have something to do with your love life for some of you. Okay, and you do have cleaning house. This is number 37 in this deck. The number 37 or 10 can mean something to you, but you do have cleaning house, and I think this is pretty much how it looks. Clearing the clutter to make way for better things. Maybe there is something here that is dying to come to you, but room needs to be made for it. Spiritually, mentally, physically. You need to make room for what it is you're seeking. There is something taking up space that needs to go. Needs to go. I'm going to get back to this one. You know what? I'm going to get back to that one too. I'm going to do light bulb and then I'm going to go backwards. Capricorn's pretty long. And this isn't long, but it's a little bit more involved. You have light bulb and it says lucrative ideas, new income source, inspiration, entrepreneur. There may be some creative work that you are trying to do. I think that you're going to become very grounded within this work. Maybe the romance. Listen, you may not be looking for that, but I do think it's going to be a side effect of other things, other successes that you have. Sometimes, in fact, almost every time you stop looking for something like this is when it shows up. And it's usually the good stuff that shows up that way, right? But you have a light bulb moment this month, and I like that for you. Where you're going to be seeing things from a different perspective. You're going to be seeing something that's going to be an aha moment, and all other things will pour in from this moment. Really nice energy here, Libra. Okay, I think I'm going to do Capricorn next, okay? So picking up this card, like I said, this is a fellow cardinal sign, and I just did, if you have Capricorn highly aspected in your chart, man, you're going to have like double the luck. You have here Capricorn and Aquarius. Keep that under your hat. Keep it in mind. If you don't know your chart, it's easy. It's free. Go follow the link that I have in my description and do your own chart. Pretty easy, and it won't cost you anything. It says try not to be so rigid and a little bit more flexible. See the bright side to things and let yourself be more idealistic. Personally, I think seeing a different perspective is indicated more than once in this reading, okay? As far as Capricorn, man, there's a lot to talk about. On January 4th, we have Sun in Capricorn, right? Let me see. Sun in Capricorn, sextile Saturn in Pisces, the first weekend of 2025. This will be productive for you, and you're going to be eager to tackle your resolutions for the year. It's a great time to do some post-holiday cleaning, and that cleaning could be physical, literal, or mental, psychological. Could be your energy space. Get rid of the people that are energy vampires or that don't serve any purpose, that taking up space for, in place of something that could really benefit you in some way, okay? Really consider that, all right? You also have on January 8th, Mercury entering Capricorn. As you settle into the new year, your thoughts become a little bit more serious and strategic. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm pretty sure as a clue to Capricorn's reading, I put strategy. Okay. The strategy is like we plot our way to the top. Be ambitious over the next 2 weeks from January 8th. As you plant those seeds of success, that will bloom. Okay. And it will bloom throughout the year. Now, on January 13th, we have Sun in Capricorn trine Uranus in Taurus, and it's a very productive aspect, right? It provides us with strong work ethic, creative flair, allowing you to see sort of out of the box type solutions to your problems. Very important. It's energy, it's vision, okay? On January 15th, and I told you there was a lot of these, you are welcome to write this down. You can go over it again, just write down the dates in a little tiny summary. So yeah, you're kind of prepared, okay? On January 15th, we have Sun in Capricorn opposite Mars in Cancer, and it is a very competitive energy. And you might get a little, you might be playing to win. Try not to be ruthless. Try not to be ruthless. Be lightly competitive, but not ruthless. On January 17th, you have Sun in Capricorn sextile Neptune in Pisces, and it takes community. It's a community-based energy, right? You can lend a helping hand to someone. You could ask for a helping hand, but as you come together, things will become stronger. And this is whether you're speaking on your goals or anything else, right? On January 18th, you have Mercury in Capricorn sextile Saturn in Pisces. Get to work. It's time to get to work. You're going to be feeling extra productive this day. It's beautiful to work with that, right? Don't lay around. Don't waste time. Use it. It's a great time to finish projects, to start projects, to do networking, to organize your workspace, whatever it is you need to do. On January 19th, you have Mercury in Capricorn sextile Venus in Pisces. This aspect can help you get things off your chest. If you've been holding things, harboring things, especially from 2024, you can talk it out today without arguing. You could actually get things off your chest. The energy, the force, as they say, is with you on this day. On January 23rd, you have Mercury in Capricorn opposite Mars in Cancer. Be careful of what you say today. Words can hurt. It's a very argumentative energy. Petty annoyances can snowball into fights. Resentment bubbles up from the past. Express your anger in healthy ways, because you might say something you'll regret, okay? On January 23rd, we have Mercury in Capricorn trine Uranus in Taurus, and this aspect brings good luck in career and money matters. So as problems can be solved with a cool logic, and hard work is going to be rewarded, all right? Let's see, you have also we talked about the Lunar New Year already, so I think that's probably it before we go on to our charms. But very, very, it's packed. It is packed. And definitely, I can't wait to do Cancer's reading because I'm really interested in how these three signs, these three cardinal signs, meld together with certain aspects. 'Cause so far, the success seems to be with you guys, at least for, and we didn't do Cancer yet, but let's just see, okay? Okay. As far as letters go, you have the letter H, the letter F, the letter K, the letter Z, and the letter J. Now, these could be obviously someone's initials, first, middle, last name. It could be a city, could be a building, could be an airlines. Think outside the box here. You could come back to this reading, or you could just simply write these down. Keep it close to you. That you'd be surprised. You're going to be, some of you might look at this and say, oh, I already see something. Some of you might look at this and say, none of that means anything to me. You might be surprised by the end of the month how some of this bubbles up, okay? So keep it in mind and have an open mind. You have the acorn here, and the acorn means growth, right? We plant an acorn, we get an oak tree. So the seeds you plant today, and we talked about this, right? Oh, we didn't do this. I'll get back to that after the charms, okay? Because that's very interesting too. The seeds we plant today is what's going to blossom tomorrow. Right, there is something coming in your future. And I'm looking at these cards, there's actually something coming this month, but there is something else coming. There's some seeds that you planted or that you're going to plant this month that are going to balloon into something else. You have the plane here in reverse. And when these charms here come in reverse, it could mean anything. It could be travel delays. It's Mercury energy, right? Travel delays. It could be you making plans and it falling through. It could be you making plans to travel and keeping it to yourself, not telling anybody, okay? It's nothing nefarious, but it is, something to keep in mind. You have, let's see, let's start from the top here. You have St. Michael And as you can see, St. Michael does have his sword, right? And this came in reverse, and this is protection that you're not aware of. You are protected in some way. This could be from the spirit world, or it could be some protection that you're unaware of. Like someone could have your back that you're unaware could help you this month. Okay, keep that in mind. You do have St. Michael's sword here, right? Now, the sword could mean many things. It could be his sword for sure, or it could be the sword of clarity, right? The ace of swords. It could be the king of swords, right? It could be using your words, clarity of mind, very clear thinking, because you also have the key, and the key is usually knowledge, right? Yeah, knowledge, clarity, protection, and growth. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad way to start. So let's look at your Norse card. You have it can scold. I'm trying to get better at pronouncing them. This is guarding the treasure. And look, he has a key on his sash. Do you see that? Do you see the key? Yeah, he has a key on his sash. I'm glad I did the charms first. You see, there's a reason for everything. But you know, this particular archetype, right, is a dwarf who carries an oak shield for protection. For protection. For protection. Yeah. Love this. Love this. Love the parallels. He is a supporting entity, right? He offers protection for the seeker, which is you. Serving as a guard. What did I say? Protection, right? For whatever is important to your question or to your life. It depends on all the cards around him and all the energy around him in the reading. But he reinforces whatever you need to guard and protect. He prominently guards aspirations in the professional world, a treasure, a potential monetary income opportunity. Wow. Light bulb moment. Light bulb moment. You're protected. Man, are you protected. Okay. Let us keep going here. Wow. All right. So for the first leg of your month, you have the month of July, right? There's something coming in sideways here, right? And July is, Leo Cancer energy. So there's that. That could mean something to somebody out there. It could be someone's birthday. It could be a happening. During this season in July, did something happen that has something to do with what's going on this month? July also symbolizes growth. I mean, it's inner illumination. It's like the 7th month of the year seems to encompass this in many different cultures, right? Symbolically. So there's that. There's the growth. There's the inner illumination. You may be learning something this month, and that learning doesn't have to be education related. It could be, or it just could be something you come into knowledge of. Okay. So let's look at the first leg of your month. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is straight up water energy. It is a gift from the universe. Emotions, visions, dreams, blessings. That dove we see, that is a symbol of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, the Greek goddess of love. So there is a gift headed your way. Could it be love? It absolutely could be. Could it be something else? Could it be something a situation, a job, an opportunity that you're going to love? Something that finally comes in? Could be. The next card is just as exciting. You have the Eight of Wands, right? This is Mercury in Sagittarius. Something's coming. Something positive. It could be news. It also could be here, Libra, a block that is lifted. There's some kind of, it could be something you get rid of in order to make room for something, and it immediately comes with those wands. And we kind of talked about that before. You also have the Hierophant here. And this is Taurus energy. Interesting. When we look at the Hierophant in this depiction, in this deck, we can see that he's wearing a mask, right? His face is obscured, and he's in this depiction in this deck, he is the conveyor of dogma. The two people on the card represent the desire for knowledge, and the candle represents the desire for illumination. You can see the people right there. Now, the man holding the candle, believe it or not, is symbolic of the magician. This card pretty much asks the question, what do you accept without question? Can you see the face of the people whose authority you accept blindly? There is a key. There are actually two keys here representing knowledge. And there's your key again. There is something you're going to come to learn. You may be making room for something by getting rid of something else. And it's just beautiful energy. Please let me know what July means to you. And if it doesn't mean anything per se, right? If it doesn't represent someone's time, someone's sign, a happening, if it doesn't represent that, just please remember that in many cultures, not most, but many cultures, July, the 7th month of the year, is about growth and illumination. And so is that candle. Okay? So is that candle. When we add this up and we break it down, we get Mercury. Virgo, Gemini energy, communication, thinking, adaptability. You are adapting. Your mind is changing about something. Let's move on to your second leg. You have Peacock here in reverse, and it says beware of great pride, but it is in reverse. Now, the release of pride. You are letting go of a certain amount of pride here mid-month. And that's a good thing, judging it by your cards. Let's see. Let's start from the beginning, because this opens up choices for you that you may not have had before. If you look at it this way, look at the look on his face. Confusion. Kind of dark card, right? What the hell do I do? Bright, happy. Choices. Venus and Scorpio energy. Sudden choices. This leads into the center of your whole reading. The Hanged Man, Piscean energy. On this side, our Hanged Man has given up control, and it's temporary energy. There's no expectations other than to see a different perspective. He's having a light bulb moment. Now, normally, if you remember, in most decks, the Hanged Man has a golden glow around his head, and I always say it's a light bulb moment. Here it is. This is your light bulb moment, okay? He has no expectations other than to see a different perspective. He demonstrates important soul work and your readiness to receive it. This is a voluntary situation. And this leads into the King of Swords, Sun in Aquarius, coming out the other side of this with knowledge. There's a butterfly on his chest. I don't know if you can see that, but right on his armor, there is a butterfly, the key to Pluto energy. Transformation, the release of pride, tuning into quiet knowledge. Respectful acquisition of this knowledge is now evident. There's your sword. Nice energy. More than nice energy, right? When we add this up and we break it down, guess what? Guess what we get? We get Pluto. What did I say was on his chest? Transformation energy. Pluto, Scorpio. Tearing down old patterns, rebuilding new ones. Death, rebirth. It's going to be a good month for you. It's going to be the start of something. I'm getting that. This is just the beginning type thing, okay? And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive actually, that I created a short for Capricorn that said something along those lines. This is only the beginning, okay? I'm trying to draw parallels with these cardinal signs. Now, I cannot wait to do Cancer because I think it's going to be interesting. You have unicorn for your last leg, and it says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Okay. I could agree with that, and I think you have or will, depending on when you read this or listen to this. But the unicorn is what, right? The unicorn is something you didn't think existed, but it's a gift of something that you didn't think existed. But here it is. Here it is. You have the Three of Wands. On this side, he is holding his manifestation in his hand. That's the Sun in Aries. Aries is another cardinal sign. Now I have to do that. I might have to do a video linking the cardinal signs just to see how similar it is. I'm pretty sure Aries had a decent reading. Anyway, you do have here Sun in Aries holding that manifestation in your hand, birthed by the new outlook from that Hanged Man and the knowledge of the King of Swords. You are gifted. I don't know if gifted is the right word. You have manifested something. You've manifested something. And here's that sword again. Remember when I said the sword could be either? Then there's the sword. The sword is a big deal for you this month. Okay? And here it is, a gift from the universe. Do you see it coming? The Ace of Swords is a straight up air energy like yourself. Clear, concise sword from that king. And a gift from the universe has arrived through the clarity of thought and balanced approach. This, can't make this up. And I'm really glad I shuffle and do everything in front of you. If you ever want to slow it down, you click that gear shift thing at the top. You can slow it down as slow as you want. You can see they flip out by themselves. You have ending your month with the Magician. The Magician is Aquarius energy. Some people say, listen, some people say Virgo, Gemini. Some people will say Aries. I personally think it's Aquarius. Depends what book you read, ultimately, right? It is Mercury, though. Now, bottom line is, do you see what he is holding in his hand? What did we say about that in the Hierophant card? What did we say? Let me see. Do you see? Do you see? I screwed this up. And you know how much I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Okay, it's gonna have to stay that way for now. Yeah, so you have the Magician. And it is on the same line as the Hierophant, going this way. The Hierophant has the key. Or at least the Magician has the key, has the candle, and then he acquires the sword from the King of Swords, and boom. He's got all the tools at his disposal. His will changes the reality around him because he knows how to use these tools. His tools are put to good use. Belief is the key. That shooting star behind him, it's depicted shooting from the Orion constellation. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see that? This is a symbol of luck for Greek mythology. This is a symbol of wishes coming true. Wow. You have a lot of really good energy here on the table. Really happy for you. Now let's look at this a little bit. You have this gift from the universe with the Ace of Cups. Suddenly you have choices. The next thing you know, you're holding a manifestation. You have this incoming information, gift, something, that Eight of Wands, which lead you to the Hanged Man energy. Let me think about this. Let me try to see this from a different perspective. Let me take it all in. And then, boom, you've got that sort of clarity that comes right out of that whole thing. You have the Hierophant. What did I say? The Hierophant has his key. The keys of knowledge, the seekers of knowledge, the Magician with his candle, acquiring the sword of clarity and truth and justness and grounding from the King of Swords, turning into the ultimate manifester. Our King of Mercury over there, right? Now, ironically, when we add this up and break it down, we do get Mercury, right? We just talked about that, which is Gemini, Virgo energy. It's adaptability, communication, and movement. It is all the things we just talked about in this reading. Beautiful. Let me see if I could move some of this over. Okay. We will do your challenges because we've got more to talk about here. You have lightning. It says control your anger or you will be sorry. I do think controlling your anger at certain points of the month, not the whole month, here and there, at least once, is going to be a challenge. You're going to be presented with a situation where you're not going to be happy and you're going to be angry and you might want to lash out at someone. Maybe they lash out at you and they bring out your absolute worst side. I don't know. But it's in your challenge column. It's not, something you can't do, but just be prepared that will be a challenge at least once. Okay. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups in reverse is Saturn in Pisces. With this card, you may find it difficult to walk away from something. It's going to be difficult in the moment. But you do see things from a new Hanged Man perspective. And in my opinion, walk away you shall. Doesn't mean it's not a challenge, though. You do have Temperance here, and this is straight up Sagittarian energy. Now, it's going to be a challenge. Just because something's a challenge doesn't mean anything. Sometimes the whole point of it is to get through that challenge, right? Do you have the kazunas to get through it? Do you have the backbone? I think you do, obviously. I mean, I'm looking at these cards, but it's a challenge, right? If it was easy, what would be the point of it, right? So you have this Temperance card, balance, moderation, healing, alchemy. All of the challenges that come along with those things will be well worth the effort, but it will be an effort in some cases. And my God, would you look at this? Look what card came out twice. The Magician. Again, different deck. So, will you be receiving all your tools? Will you have the ability to manifest? Yes. Doesn't mean it won't be a challenge. For this major arcana to come out twice, it is a huge, huge thing. The Magician is very, very potent energy for you in particular this month. You have the tools, and whatever you don't have, you're going to acquire. You're going to acquire all the things you need to end up in this situation. It's a journey this month, but you're going to acquire them. When we add this column up and we break it down, I mean, I'm not even surprised anymore, but we get Mercury again. Virgo, Gemini energy. Mercury at this point, because this card has come out twice for me, could very well just mean Magician energy, that manifesting energy that you seem to be either acquiring or fine-tuning. And that's really cool. Okay, opportunity. Here you have another month, and it's coming in sideways as well. June coming in sideways, right? We know that June is what? It's Cancer. Yeah, it's Cancer, Gemini energy. But June and July coming in sideways, did something happen over the summer? It's just weird that they're consecutive months and they're both coming in sideways. But whatever it is that happened is actually an opportunity in disguise. Maybe it wasn't a disguise. Maybe it's something good that happened. But if it wasn't good, it was an opportunity in disguise. Okay? You have here the Page of Cups in reverse. And as an opportunity, see if I could do that. As an opportunity, the Page of Cups in reverse, it's Moon in Cancer. It could be you emotionally maturing, clearer communication, boundaries being set, realistic expectations. Pages are notorious for being a little immature. They could be young in years, or they could just be young in certain aspects of their way of the way they think. I see a lot of maturity coming into the picture here. You do have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, and it is coming in sideways, which means this is a choice you're going to have to make. This is an opportunity. Are you going to take it? Are you going to take the opportunity for victory, determination, control, overcoming obstacles, forging ahead? I think the answer is going to be yes, but it's it's presented here as a choice. It's not something that's just going to land in your lap. This is a choice you're going to be presented with. And you have here this is very fascinating. You have the Five of Pentacles. And as an opportunity card, very strange, right? The Five of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. But as an opportunity, this is building resistance. You could be finding a ride or die person, right? You could be finding someone that will stick with you no matter what. Friend, family member, lover, could be. This could be hard times as an opportunity. Remember we talked about that a few seconds ago, right? It comes with a cost. It's a struggle. But what makes it worth it is the struggle. Do you have the balls to go through it and come out the other side and be rewarded for it? Do you? Right? How did hard times bring you to the point you're at? Maybe these hard times were in your past and built character for you. Maybe it led you to a certain path that you would have never found without them. But there's hard times here. And I don't think the hard times are up and coming as much as a nod of something that happened. When we add this up and we break it down, we get Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius. Change. Thinking outside the box has saved you in many, many ways. But expect change, because it's coming. It's coming no matter what. Okay, let me pull a couple of these cards, and then we will do your numerology. I did shuffle these. I'll give this another quick shuffle. For Libra, please. For Libra, please. For January. Abundance. Boom. For January, Libra, 2025. A message of love. And at the bottom of the deck, we have anger. Wow. We talked about that in your astrology. Anger. Something will piss you off this month. Remember I said that? I can't pinpoint exactly where it was, but I do remember saying that. And what's that in their hand? Sword. You can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't. Let me see if I could just put all this right here. All right, let me do your numerology. But be careful your anger on that day that I told you about here, especially. All right? Okay. Now your total. When we add up all the numbers in this reading and we break them back down, we get Venus, which is love and money. What did we talk about? I said you're going to have an opportunity for abundance, and you're also, at least some of you, are going to have this opportunity for love. It's going to come in one way or the other, perhaps both, because this romance did come out in your future as well. All right. So Venus makes a lot of sense. As far as the numbers go, the number that came out the most, believe it or not, was number 5. Number 5 is what? Mercury, the magician. Now I'm like stuck on that. Magician came out again. Magician, Mercury energy. You have the tools. The second runner up there was the sun. And the sun came out here as well. Illumination, happiness, right? Your lucky numbers were 9, 1, 34, 3, 7, and 10. Now your signs were, the signs that came out were Cancer, Taurus, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Now, the signs that came out the most, believe it or not, were Virgo and Gemini, which is what? Mercury. Mercury again. And of course, Uranus was in there as well. Neck and neck. Uranus is the planet of change, Aquarius, right? So you have change and that magician energy just going on and on and on throughout this reading. And I have one even better for you, okay? As far as planets go, the planet that was mentioned the most, and when I say mention, I'm not talking about in light conversation here. I'm talking about actually attached to the cards on the table, right? Was Mercury and the sun. So the numbers that came out were 5 and 1, which is Mercury and the sun, the most. And the planets that came out the most were Mercury and the sun. Very, very, very powerful energy for you. Don't waste this energy. Okay? Don't waste this energy. I wish you all the luck. Namaste, my Libra brothers and sisters.